that you can use your phones to scan if you would like. This test will be answering a few questions about what we're going to go through. So if you could get your phones out, or if you have a device that you could copy this code so that you can access those questions, please feel free to do so now. Just let me know when you guys get all those questions answered, and then we will move on to the next. Give you guys a couple minutes. Did you need any more time? Oh, perfect. Okay. So for High School 101, we are going to go over the game plan for today. So we're going to identify, access, discover, and correlate. With identify, we're going to go over the resources for our campus and online. So we're going to review different tools that we have available to you on campus as well as online. Some access may be through Aries portal, which will have your information, your academics. We'll be able to go over that together. For Discover, we're going to review how communication with teachers, counselors, and parents will be conducted while you're on campus. And for Correlate, we're going to go over the positive impact for engaging in school activities and having great attendance. So it's very important that we are here on campus and we attend classes. Okay. Sorry, but my screen takes a minute. There we go. So you're going to meet your counselors today. One of your counselors is actually myself, Kelly Gonzalez. I am the counselor intern, but we also have Caitlin Mayo. Have you ever met Caitlin? Okay, so Caitlin Mayo is the counselor here at IHS, but we also have Mai Mua, we have Rosie Aubrey, and we have Imelda Mendoza. These are our school counselor interns. We do have access to a resource online to where you can see the counselor, but we would prefer that you reach out to the teacher before you reach out to a school counselor, just to make sure that you are able to see them. So we want you to speak with your teacher about meeting that counselor. Most likely it's going to be with Caitlin, so she's our main resource for school counseling. We provided the email that you can reach out to her at, as well as Caitlin's phone number. So did anyone need time to retrieve this information, write it down, or? Okay, so I'm going to go to the next slide. So, speaking with the person next to you, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to review what the role of a school counselor is. What you think the school counselor does, or who they are. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to just collaborate and talk about that. Okay. So after thinking a little bit about this, is there anything you want to share about what you think a school counselor is, or anything that you want to share that you know about a school counselor? Yes?
I think it's somebody that gives you your classes.
Okay, yeah. So school counselors do help you set up your class schedule. They help with your reviewing academics, but they also help with those making sure that you're taking the classes you need to stay on track for graduation. But let's just see. We're going to continue. My screen's a little. Okay. So counselors are here to help you with different things. And of course, as we mentioned, academic planning and graduation status. It's so important that you graduate and you meet those requirements. So that's why, as a school counselor, we want to make sure that you get to your goal. We also have your college and career exploration, goal setting and planning. So your CTE pathways, which I'm sure, do you remember having a discussion about what CTE pathways were? So those classes will help you reach your college and career goals. And then we also do social emotional development and intervention. So if there's any times that you have a concern at home or something personal going on, maybe with your home life, school life, something with a friend, or just something that you want to discuss in private, that's on your mind and weighing heavy on you, the school counselor, myself included, are here for that support. So when we look at your credits for school, for your academics, we look at your high school diploma credit, and you're going to need 220 of those to be able to meet graduation requirements. So for a year-long class, you need 10 credits. For your fall semester in December, you need 5. For your spring semester in June, you need 5. That will make up your 10 year-long credits. So you're going to also need 7 classes or 70 credits. And then for those 70 credits that you received for 1 year, we're going to meet up for 3 additional years, making 210 credits. In order to be on track for sophomore year, freshmen need to earn 70 credits. That's a full-time schedule. So if you ever go over your classes and we're showing you that you have 70 credits, that's a full schedule. But wait, we forgot to explain F grades when you earn 0 credits. So when you get an F in a class, you're not going to earn any credits for that class, and you're going to have to go and do an additional class to make up those credits so you meet the 220. Sorry about my screen. It takes a little bit. This means only A's, B's, C's, and D's get you credit towards your high school diploma. So if you earn an F, you're not going to get the credit for the high school diploma, but we can help you reach that goal by giving you another class that will complete those credits. So for progress reports, every 4.5 weeks, there are no credits issued, only a warning for students and family. So it's also important that your family knows where you're at with your academic goals. For quarter grades, October and March, that's whenever you'll receive those. You have no credits issued, grades are issued, and we count for athletic eligibility. Semester grades. For December and June, we have 5 credits for passing grades. Grades are issued, grades go on your transcript, and they count for your official GPA. So do you have any questions about this process? Okay. We just want to make sure that we're monitoring you from progress, for your progress reports from quarter grades and semester grades. So for academic planning, you'll notice that your Merced High School Union District graduation requirements, for history, you're going to need 4 years, math, English, we go over this through your counseling appointments just to make sure that you're on track. You'll go over your CTE pathway and what classes you need, your electives. So if there's anything that you're missing in your schedule, we'll definitely make sure to get those requirements met for graduation, as well as UC and CSU requirements. So for attendance, this is a big one, because I know with IHS, we definitely have a policy for maintaining attendance so that you can reach the academic goals. When you are not here, this greatly impacts your grades. And it also makes it to where you have a little bit harder of a time with submitting your assignments. So if you want to miss school, if for some reason you need to, let's say you're ill, family sick, something's going on in your personal life. If you need to miss school and there's something going on, contact the attendance office, email your teachers, check for your teachers' websites and Google Classroom, and do your makeup work promptly. That means turning it in on time, and if you can't, reaching out and making sure that you can get that done. Really. I hope you don't mind yeah. So for Aries, I know we had mentioned that this is a really important tool to utilize. We use this to access your grades, monitor assignments, and also check for missing assignments. We're also reviewing test scores, academic plan to make sure that you're meeting the 4 years requirement. We can also review your attendance, and if you need to reach out to your teacher, we have that info provided. You can check at least once a week would be recommended. So sorry about the noise. Let's practice logging into our Aries account. School counselors, including myself and your teachers, we can help you get into those accounts. So at this time, teachers, if you want to give the students a little bit of time, we can go through and check, make sure that they have access. If you can, open up the devices that you have. It could be your phone, it could be your laptop, and just make sure that you have access to your Aries. And when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to walk around and just kind of review and make sure everyone is able to have access. Okay, Amanda, I see you're good. Rosie, pretty good. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like everyone has access to their Aries account. So when we look at attendance and graduation rates, we are looking at where students are at and if they are meeting the needs of meeting the how much time that they spend in school and if they are graduating. So 95% is a really good score, means that we're at a high percentage for graduation. So accessing support when needed. We need to make sure that you guys reach out and you're proactive. Basically, that you are asking questions, communicating with teachers and staff, so that when you do need that extra support, that it is there provided to you. We also have Khan Academy, which shows tutorial videos for the math, reading, science, test prep. Anything that you need help with additional assignments, that will be provided from Khan Academy. So with CTE pathways, this is very important for you to meet your college and career goals. So you're going to have child development, animal science, emergency response. If you go further into these sections like child development, you have health and family living, careers and education. For emergency response, we have administrative med assistant. We also have your intro to careers, health careers, digital media, and green tech. So basically, if there's something that meets your interest and you're like, oh, hey, I want to be a veterinarian, or hey, I like working with technology, then we can definitely review what kinds of pathways you would best suit. So sorry about my slides. So traits of a successful student. We want to make sure that we communicate with teachers and school counselors. So all the school counselors that I have shared, we want to make sure that we're reaching out to them when we have questions and that you are involved with the school and or community. So you want to take full advantage of the resources you have. So anyone that, any sports, any classes that are provided on campus, we want to make sure you take advantage of that. Maybe you like playing basketball, go out there and play with Mr. Herr. He's one of the school counselors on site as well. All right. But just making sure you're able to do time management. It's very important that you have access to your classes from Aries, but it's also important that you're submitting your assignments on time. And you want to make sure that you have access to Aries, which everybody has been able to do. And we want to attend school 90% of the time. It's very important that you're here, you're learning, and you have all the material you need to complete those assignments. So we are here to help. As your school counselors, we are here. This is Independent High School, and we believe that, we have full faith that you got this and that you're going to graduate. And we're going to make sure that you get there with whatever you need. If it's classes, if it's assignments, if you have questions, reach out. But we are here for that support. Okay. So how did we do with covering objectives? When you look at the overall of identifying, accessing, examining, discovering, and correlating, we want to make sure that you have the resources provided. We want to make sure that you know about Aries and Khan Academy. We want to make sure that we examine how your grades, your credits on your transcript look so that you meet those graduation goals. And we also want to make sure that you are communicating with teachers and reaching out to anyone that you need. We also have a for correlate, we want to create a positive impact on you. So, you're here for a reason. You're taking these classes because at this site because you want to make sure that you meet those goals. So we want you to have a positive impact through school activities and engagement. All right, so here's our post-test. I know we had completed the pre-test, but if you could pull out your phones and access the post-test and answer those questions for me, I'd appreciate it. I'll give you a couple minutes. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready.